Good afternoon. Good afternoon, and what a sunny afternoon it is here in the UK. Listen, I am basking in the full glory of the sun because we have not been getting good sun and it's absolutely freezing. So I'm just going to let the light shine as I do this live session today. But hello, good to see you today. We are going to be talking about 4 simple steps to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. So you're watching LinkedIn Lunchtime Live with me, Mildred Talabi, and today we're talking about the 4 simple steps to build your personal brand on LinkedIn. Now, if you are tuning in live, and this is probably your lunchtime, if you're in the UK like me, you're having lunch, a bit of sandwich. So I'd love to know where you are, where you're tuning in from. I want you to drop that in the comments. Let me know who you are, where you're tuning in from. And if you're in other parts of the world, I know I have a lot of US people as well. Good morning to you. Please drop that in a comment. If you're anywhere else, let me know. Even if you're watching on replay, I want to know where you're watching from because I am excited to bring this topic to you. The 4 simple steps to build your personal brand on LinkedIn. If you know anything about me, I'm always using one word that I overuse a lot is excited. I'm excited about life. I use the word excited a lot, but genuinely, I'm excited because I love what I do. I love the work that I do, and that work is helping you. If you are a female leader, a woman in business, I love working with you. And my work is to help you to build your personal brand on LinkedIn. And I do this by helping you create influence, income, and impact through being visible. That's right. We have got to start being visible. 2023 is not the year to be hiding. And actually, that reminds me, this is my first live of 2023. So I'm going to go ahead and say Happy New Year. But listen, it is about being visible. Why do we want to be visible? Not just because I want to go viral, not just because you want to grow your following. For what reason? What is the purpose of being visible? Now, this is a question that I sometimes I often have to answer to people because it's not a vanity thing. Honestly, it's not just, I'm not here being visible because I have nothing better to do with my life, honestly. And I'm sure that's not the case with you. The reason that we are being visible is that I believe you and I were created for a particular purpose as a people that we have been called to serve. Now, they are not going to know about you if they don't know that you exist. And how will they know that you exist if they don't see you, if they don't hear you? So being visible is about being seen, being heard, being remembered. And in so doing, when you build your personal brand right here on LinkedIn through being visible, you are able to increase your influence, how much you influence other people into doing whatever it is, the right things, into changing their own lives. You're able to increase your influence. I have my 3 eyes. The first one is influence. The second one is income. Money does matter. Money is not everything, but money is important because money buys you choice. Money allows you to make a difference. Money allows you to support the causes that you care about. So income matters. And then the third one is impact. Now, I don't know about you, but I want to, when I leave this earth, and guess what? I'm going to leave at some point. So are you. When I leave this earth, I want to know that my life mattered. I want to know that I made an impact. I want to know that I didn't just wake up, pay my bills, get the mortgage done, and then die. That would be such a waste of life. So impact is the third reason why I do this visibility work. So I help women to start being visible on LinkedIn so that you can increase your influence, your income, and your impact. But okay, Today we are going to talk about the 4 simple steps to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. And thank you for tuning in, Selena. Hi Selena, good to see you. Keisha is in the house from the US of A. Hi Malika. Hi Sadna in the UK. Hi Shane Cole. Jenny is in sunny Kent. Jenny, we're neighbors. Yay! And it is sunny in Kent. Hi Tonya, good to see you, Tonya. Claudia, I've got a new LinkedIn user. I can't see your name, but thank you for the happy new year. And oh, Allison's tuning in from Facebook too. Oh, by the way, we're broadcasting live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So whichever platform you're on, feel free to drop a comment and say hello. I absolutely want to say hello to you as well. And I got Katerina from Wales as well. Good to see you, Katerina. Okay, let's get into this. Oh, and by the way, please, 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 react to show that you're watching. That means pick one of the reaction buttons, anyone you like, a like, a love, a curious, whatever it is. React to show that you're watching, and drop any questions that you have about this topic in the comments, and I will do my best to answer it as we go along. But today we are talking about the 4 simple steps to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. Now, please note that I said simple. I did not say easy, right? Because there is a difference between simple and easy. So although these steps are simple, they're not always easy to do. We know what the right thing is to eat, but we don't always eat the right things. We know that exercise is good for us. It's simple enough. Get outside, run. That's not hard. Jogging is not hard, but it's not always easy to do. So what I'm going to share with you today is simple. There are 4 simple steps to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. And if you apply these steps, I promise you that you will build a solid personal brand on LinkedIn over time that will allow you to increase your influence, your income, and your impact. If you want any of those stuff, drop it in a comment. I want you to drop influence, income, and impact in the comments if you are interested in having any of those things in your life. I would absolutely love you to drop it in the comments. Hi CL, good to see you. Hi Marisha from the US of A. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, okay, so I am like I am such drama. By the way, I entertain myself highly, so please excuse me while I entertain myself. I am gonna bring you the steps. But just before I bring you the steps, I want to tell you that at the end of this, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to come and join me in my ABC Audience Breakthrough Challenge. Now, the steps that I'm about to tell you are all important. They're like, in fact, in my book, Start Being Visible, I wish I had it positioned somewhere, right? I got all these books, but none of them are mine, But I talk about the 4 pillars of LinkedIn success, and these are what these things are that I'm about to share with you. Now, on the 6th of February, I am doing a 30-day LinkedIn challenge where you will get to walk with me as we process some of what we're going to talk about today. You're going to learn how to find and connect with your audience and all of that in my ABC 30-day challenge. So the reason I'm bringing it up now is because I have limited spaces for this. And when it's gone, it's gone. So I want you to keep your ears open. And already when I tell you, send me a DM about the ABM so that you can be ABC, so that you can be one of the people that get a space on my challenge. But I'll tell you more in just a second. Now, okay, let's talk about this to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. Now, who can guess what it is? I drop it in a comment if you think you know what the first step is. Yes. I've got influence, impact, income, all of it in the comments. Joy, good to see you here as well. Wonderful. If you think you know what the first step is, I want you to drop it in the comments. But of course, I am going to tell you. I'm not going to tease you like that, right? And I'm gonna and these 4 steps are based on what I call the PACE formula. Now, I just mentioned that in my book, in my LinkedIn book, Start Being Visible, you can get it on Amazon or from my website, startbeinvisible.com/book. I talk about the 4 pillars of LinkedIn success. Now, after I wrote the book, it came out in, when did it come out? Was it September 2020? I can't even keep track. Was it 2021? Yeah, 2021. September 2021 is when my book came out, Start Being Visible, right? So since then, I've evolved the idea. So it's called the 4 pillars of LinkedIn success in my book, but I've called it the PACE formula now because PACE formula sounds so much better, right? But the PACE formula is what we're going to talk about here because these This PACE formula is the 4 simple steps to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. And I teach on this. I do workshops and training sessions at different places, organizations. So you're getting this free of charge. I get paid to talk about this stuff to audiences, right? So the very first one of the PACE formula, and the PACE stand, it's an acronym, right? The very first letter of the PACE formula is this, P. And that P, if you're going to build a successful personal brand on LinkedIn, you have got to create what I'm calling a magnetic profile. Mildred, what does that mean? What's a magnetic profile? Okay, I will tell you a little bit more. So a magnetic profile, here's the thing. LinkedIn is your landing page. If you have a website, if you own a business, chances are you have a website, right? Chances are, for most people, your website, if you get an average of, I don't know, 100 visits a month, you're doing well. You know, here's a confession. I'm really rubbish with like the analytics side of things when it comes to my business, right? So I don't even check how much traffic I get on my website and stuff like that. But I can tell you this, it is not nowhere near as much traffic as I get on LinkedIn, because guess what? LinkedIn has 840 million plus users on this platform. Your website is not attracting that kind of traffic. So your profile is the starting place to building that personal brand on LinkedIn. You have got to create a magnetic profile. Now, if you head over to my profile, you'll see what I mean as an example. But a magnetic profile is one that speaks to your target audience about who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. And of course, you must inject some personality, because it's not called a personal brand for nothing, right? If it's not personal, then it's not a personal brand. It's a corporate brand. And we all know how boring those can be. So we're not trying to build that. We're trying to build a personal brand. And the first place that you start is in creating a magnetic profile. This is a profile that draws your target audience to you, because from some of the things that we're going to talk about these in a second, as you do everything that you're doing on LinkedIn, even now, as you're writing here in the comments and as you're commenting, other people can see you in the comments. And by the way, connect with each other through the comments as well, right? I love the whole community aspect of LinkedIn. But as you do that in the comments, what people are going to do, they're going to go and check you out. They're going to go and check out, they're going to look at Sadna's profile. Oh, who is Sadna? What is she about? Who is Keisha? You know, and first thing people do is click on your profile to check you out. When they do that to your profile, do you like what they are going to see? Are you happy with your profile? If you're not, that's the first place you need to start to change, because that is how you're going to build a magnetic personal brand, by building a magnetic profile. That's key number one, right? And by the way, all of these, they're not in order of importance. They're just in order of the PACE formula, right? Because PACE is memorable, okay? But they are all equally important. All these keys that I'm going to share with you. Okay. Joseph, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Let's connect via LinkedIn. Okay, is that a question, Marisha, about to know? Okay, I get it. Sadna and Marisha are putting some answers into what some of the steps are to building a personal brand. All will be revealed shortly. But that step number one is to create a magnetic profile. Now, I mentioned just a few moments ago that I'm doing an ABC challenge. ABC stands for Audience Breakthrough Challenge. This is a challenge that I created, and I've been running this for almost, what is this, a year and a half or so. Every few months I run this challenge with a small group of women, and the whole idea of this challenge is to help you start the process of building your personal brand and being visible on LinkedIn in a it's a nice environment, because you do it with a small group, you do it with me directly, and you have daily activities every day over the 30 days. Very small things that you do, but incrementally they build up to a lot. And what you will find is, if you do everything that I teach you over the 30 days, you will find by the end of the 30 days, you would have built up your personal brand, your visibility, and you would have started to attract your target audience, whether that's clients for your business, or if you're in a career and you're trying to shift away, and then it's people who are in that field, or whether you're trying to build your thought leadership and you want to get noticed by certain people, by certain audiences. That's how you make it happen. This process that I teach in my ABC challenge is the same process that I used to build my audience over the last few years to over 50,000 followers. And I've posted every single day on LinkedIn and being consistent with that, growing my audience, growing my own influence, income, and impact through the same process. And I'm teaching this to you for a very, 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 oh my God, the investment is so low. I'm like, I should slap myself that it's so low, right? But if you are interested, send me a DM because I have got 20 spaces. I'm only taking 20 women on this challenge with me. Already 9 of those places are gone, right? So, and I know by the time I'm done with this session, I know a few more will be gone. So if you are interested, there is a fee involved. The fee for now is 197. That's UK pounds, 197 in that 30 days. And you will get to have access to everything that I'm going to teach you. And we'll do weekly calls as well. So if you're interested, send me a message because once I fill those 20 places, it's gone. You've missed it, honestly. And this is a steal. So having a magnetic profile, we're going to talk about the profile as part of the challenge as well, because everything that I'm teaching you here, I'm going to help you do in the 30-day challenge that we're doing. So, okay, so that's that. So that's number one. Send me that DM ASAP, ASAP. Do not miss out. Now, the next one, to creating remember, we're talking about, in case you're just joining them, we are talking about the 4 simple steps to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. The first step is to create a magnetic profile. The second step in the PACE formula, PACE, is to find your audience. Now, how important is it to find your audience on LinkedIn? That is a rhetorical question because I'm about to give you the answer. I'm about to give you the answer. Robin, hi, good to see you, Robin. Robin says, good morning, Mildred. That means you must be in America, right? Because it's afternoon where I am. This is great time and thank you. I know I need a refresh based on my new intentions. Absolutely. Yes, 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 it is. What better time to refresh than the beginning of a new year? So this is a perfect time. Whether your intention is to start being more visible on LinkedIn, to build your personal brand, this is a perfect time to make it happen. And my ABC challenge is designed to help you do that. So drop me that message and snap up one of those places before they are all gone. But okay, so find your audience. How important? The question is, how important is it to find your audience on LinkedIn? And it's a rhetorical question. So I'm going to give you the answer right now. The answer is very, very, very important. Now, listen, I put out a post, I can't remember when. I post every day on LinkedIn. I can't tell you when I posted what, but you can find it on my profile. But one of the reasons sometimes you suffer, if you find that you get low engagement on your post, one of the reasons, there are other reasons like the content is not good, your following is small, etc. But one of the reasons is that you're speaking to the wrong audience. Now, it's really important to find your audience on LinkedIn. As a business person, let me talk to the business people first. As a business person, it's so important to find your audience on LinkedIn because there is no point of you spending all day, every day, however many times you post on LinkedIn and or show up on LinkedIn, talking to the wrong audience. You're talking to people who are never going to be interested in what you do. Now, I am very specific about my audience. As you can see, I am very specific about my audience. I cater. Now, there's some guys on this call, there's some guys on this live session. Joseph, I see you and you're very welcome here. But when it comes to the work that I do in terms of directly, I work with women. I work with women leaders, female leaders, and women in business specifically. And I work through the vehicle of helping you to be visible. That's my thing. Be visible, visibility. So that's quite a specific audience. So when I speak, I am speaking to that audience. Now, it's important that you, A, first have clarity about who your audience is, and B, know where to find them and how to find them so that when you speak, when you put stuff out there and you put content out there, it will be received because you are speaking to the right people. Now, I give an example all the time about how if you are I don't know, you're a dog person, you have a dog, you love talking about dogs, and then you go to an event full of cat lovers and you start talking about your dog. Chances are you are not going to resonate with anybody. Nobody is going to be interested in what you have to say because you are speaking to the wrong audience. So audience is really, really important. Now, if you're not in business, you're like, okay, Mildred, I'm not in business. So does the audience matter? Yes, audience also matters because you have to have a goal for your LinkedIn. unless you have nothing better to do than to just be on LinkedIn for the sake of it, and I know that is probably not any of us, right, in this session, then you must have a goal for your LinkedIn. And whatever that goal is, you must be clear about who your audience is, because that affects the goal. So if, for example, you want to build your thought leadership, okay, so who do you want to build it amongst? Who do you want to see you as a thought leader? You have to now actively draw those people into your audience. Now, how are you going to do that? I will tell you. I would. We can't do that in this session because I've got like 10 minutes. I've got like 10 minutes. I still got 2 more points, But how you're going to do that, I will show you how to do that in the ABC challenge that we're doing. And you know what? Actually, instead of you sending me a DM, here's what I'm gonna do. And I don't know if I can post. Can I post a comment? Right. If you see this, let me know if you see this. I'm posting the link right there for the ABC because I know you want that straight away. So you can go right in there. It's startbeingvisible.com/ABC, and you can grab one of the spaces left. I don't know if that actually showed up on LinkedIn. If it didn't, I'll probably do it as a banner. So can someone let me know if it showed up on LinkedIn, because I'm using StreamYard. You use that, you can't broadcast directly on LinkedIn. So if it didn't show up, just go to startbeingvisible.com/ABC, and that tells you all the details of the challenge, the ABC challenge, how you can get involved, and most importantly, how you can secure your space before I run out. I've only got 20 spaces. As I said, practically half of it are gone already, and it starts on the 6th of February, Monday, the 6th of February. So find your audience. That is super, 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 super important if you want to create and build a successful personal brand on LinkedIn. Right. 2 more. We got 2 more. Who could tell what they are? I think one of you guessed it in the comments, right? The C in the PACE formula is for content. Content. Now, without creating content on LinkedIn, you are invisible. You can't be seen. You're invisible, right? The way that you get seen on LinkedIn, there are 2 ways that you get seen. I'm going to tell you the other way in just a second. But content allows you to be visible, because when you put out content on LinkedIn, guess what? You end up on people's feeds. People get to see you, they get to hear you, they get to remember you if you do it long enough. So content is super important. If you're going to build your personal brand, you must create content. You must start thinking of yourself as a content creator. Now, in this day and age and the future that we're going to, right? We all, to a certain extent, have to become content creators. If you've got something that you want to share, whether it's in your business, or you want to become a thought leader or a speaker or whatever it is, you have to become a content creator. And that just simply means being able to share your ideas, put your ideas out into the world. And in this particular case, we're talking about the world of LinkedIn, into the world in a way that other people can digest it. So that's in written form, in video form, live sessions like this, images, whatever rocks your boat. I don't care, but you've got to create content. And before you ask, you've got to create original content if you want to build a personal brand on LinkedIn. Now, there is pretty much there's a lot of noise on LinkedIn. I'm just going to put it this way. There's a lot of noise on LinkedIn, and in that noise, there'll be people telling you to kind of just copy and paste this and use that to do your own content and just all of that kind of stuff. And I don't want to talk about this too much. Like, I'm going to talk about it another time, probably in a post, right? But what I want to say on this is that I want you to focus on finding your own voice and putting out your own original content that originates from you. That is how you build a personal brand. A personal brand is personal to you. It's not something that you just copied from somebody else, or you're reposting articles from BBC website and all that. We don't want to see BBC websites on your page. We want to hear from you. Your audience wants to hear from you, and you need to create content for them. And that should be original content, because original content is how you build your personal brand on LinkedIn. Guess what? Nobody can do you like you. Nobody can do you like you. You absolutely must tap into who you are. If you are going to build an authentic personal brand on LinkedIn, it's all about tapping into who you are and what you bring to the table. And creating original content is a great way to do that. So that is step number 3. Step number 3 of 4 to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. Yes, Joy is feeling it. Content, content, content. You can absolutely not. Content is a good thing. Now, before you ask, Mildred, does that mean I have to post content every single day on LinkedIn like you do? Firstly, I don't post every day on LinkedIn. I post every weekday on LinkedIn and sometimes on weekends if I really can't, wait until Monday, right? And I've done this for about 3 years now, non-stop, every single week on LinkedIn. Do you have to do that? No. But I do recommend that if you have a goal, and remember we talked about goals and we can't go into it too much. I've got like 4 minutes now. If you have a goal for LinkedIn, right? And you want to be visible on LinkedIn and you want to build your business, your thought leadership, whatever it is, right? You absolutely must create a schedule to create content on a regular and consistent basis. I recommend 3 days a week, at least 3 days a week of putting content out there. Most people can manage 3 days a week. If you can't manage 3 days a week, you have to question your motivations to really get the goal that you want. This is the truth. Listen, I'm going to tell you the truth in love. If you say to me, Mildred, I can't post 3 times a week, but I want X, Y, Z results, then I'm going to look at you and say, I'm sorry, but you can't get those results because you're not showing up often enough. Now, when you join the ABC challenge, I'm going to give you some tough love. I am absolutely going to give you some tough love because that's what I do. I give tough love because I love you. I want to see you succeed, but I am going to tell you the truth that other people won't tell you. So if you do want to join that ABC challenge, just go to startbeinvisible.com/ABC. This is a challenge designed for, I'm working with a small group of women. Women, I'm so sorry, guys. It's a women's only thing. We have a vibe going on, when we come together as women, but it's all about being visible this year. It's all about being visible, but being visible strategically to the right audience, so I'm going to teach you how to do this. I'm going to take you on a journey in 30 days, little, very, very many exercises in the 30 days. And also we're going to meet once a week, every week for half an hour for Q&As, accountability session in that 30-day window. If you say, Mildred, I don't have the time for this, I'm going to say to you, I'm sorry, but you do not have the time to achieve the goals that you want from LinkedIn. Because I told you it's simple, but it's not easy. But what I'm going to teach you is simple. And if you keep at it, I promise you that you will experience the influence, the impact, and the income that you want out of LinkedIn. But you must get a strategy behind you and work the strategy. So, okay, I got like a couple of minutes. The last leg in this journey, right? The last leg, we are talking about the 4 simple steps to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. And by the way, if you have any questions about the ABC challenge, drop me a message, send me a direct message, and I'm happy to respond. And as I said, go check out the link. It's not a free challenge. Mildred, why is it not free? Everybody else is doing free LinkedIn challenges, Great. Guess what? I'm not everybody else. I am Mildred. And this is the thing, your personal brand differentiates you from the competition. Yeah, I have no competition because nobody can do me like me. There are hundreds of thousands, I don't know how many there are, LinkedIn trainer, LinkedIn guru, LinkedIn coach, whatever you want to call them, but there's only one Mildred. So that's why I do things my way. I run my business my way. And I really believe that when people pay, they pay attention, so when you do, and I've done free stuff in the class, I have loads of free content. You can read my free content all day long. That's absolutely fine. But when there's anything that I'm involved in, I've learned that when people pay, they pay attention because I want you to pay attention. I want you to change your life. I want you to start being visible for real. That's why you got to pay for this. But go to startbeinvisible.com/ABC and it's got all the details. Only got like probably about 10 spaces left. I don't know how many now since I've been on the score, but if you want one of them, grab it before it is all gone. Now, that final step, that final one before of the PACE formula, the final step to building your personal brand on LinkedIn is this. It is E in the PACE formula is engage. Engage. Now, I'm so pleased. Some of you, lots of you have been doing this already. In the comments, you've been engaging. And what engaging means is simply you're commenting on other people's stuff, and that is exactly what you need to be doing on LinkedIn works better, and I'm looking for this. Like, this is what I want. React to show that you're watching, please. If you're watching on replay, put a hashtag replay. I'll come back and reply to the comments at some point as well. But LinkedIn works better as a community thing. You can't just post and run. You can't just do your own thing and get out of here. Engage. Stick around, comment on other people's stuff, get to know people. That is how you're going to build your personal brand. And that is the other step to be invisible. So content posting and engagement are like Siamese twins, right? They're joined. If you post content without engaging, it's not going to do that well. If you engage without posting content, it's not going to do that well either for your personal brand. And then you add the other two legs of profile and audience, the PACE formula. The whole thing is going to help you, but engagement is super important. I might just do another LinkedIn session on engagement, right? On comment and engagement. I may do that. If you want me to jump in, say yes, Mildred, I want a session on engagement, and I think about it, right? But really, this is super, super important. But all four of them are important. I love that. Joy says I'm doing it 5 days a week. That is awesome. Yes. Occasionally the weekend. Wonderful. Katrina, love this. So helpful. Thanks, Katrina. Thank you for joining in. And Tonya, good to see you. Yes. I'm working on redoing my profile. Good go. Listen, we are out of time because this was only meant to be a quick half an hour lunchtime session, and I gotta go, and you probably gotta go, right? But listen, before I go, if you have any questions at all around the ABC challenge, get in touch. As I said, it's a 30-day ABC challenge. We start on the Monday, the 6th of February. In those 30 days, I am going to be your guide to building your visibility and your personal brand on LinkedIn, as well as a group of other wonderful, fabulous women. You're going to love it. You're going to love the community, but I have limited spaces. So as soon as all the 20 are gone, it's gone. I'm not doing it now. It's not something I do every month. So don't say, oh, I'm going to wait till next month, because it ain't happening next month, right? It's not happening again until it next happens. And that's definitely not going to be next month or the one after. So go to either send me a DM or go to startbeinvisible.com/ABC to sign yourself up while you still can grab one of the places. And that is absolutely all that we have time for today. I might come back live again at some point. I'm not going to tell you when, because I don't know when. But hopefully when I do, I'd love to see you there. Oh, and one final thing about the engagement, right? LinkedIn introduced this bell thing where you can ring the bell on somebody's profile so that you can be notified every time they post, right? If you go to someone's profile and you look under the banner, there's a little bell sign on the, what is this? Is this my right hand, right? On the right hand side. Ring that bell, go to my profile and ring that bell, which means that whenever I post, you'll get notified. You can jump in, comment, engage, all of that good stuff, and I can get to know you through that process as well. And go do that from all your favorite creators across LinkedIn. It's a really great shortcut to help you find good things to engage on without scrolling and thinking, oh my God, this is killing me and killing my time. But anyway, I'm gone. I'm over time. I'm gone. Have a fantastic rest of the day, whatever you plan to do. And if you're joining ABC Challenge, hit me up ASAP. I don't want you to miss out. Don't procrastinate. This is not the year to procrastinate, okay? This is the year to do what? To start being visible. With that, I'm out of here. See you next time. Thank you for joining in. Bye-bye.